Hello, today I bring to you a wonderful video that will be answering a few questions about fractals, right? A lot of you have been asking me why I've always had fractals on my chart, okay? I don't trade without having fractals on my chart, and I always say it each time I make my videos, right? Although I've made a video on that, I made a video on that sometime last year, and where I talked about fractals extensively. Well, not really extensively, but I said a few things and then I made certain revelations about it. Okay, and ever since I got to know the importance of fractals, I've always traded having fractals right on my channel. So before we go into the video proper, I'd like you to just do me a favor by subscribing to this channel if you are new on this channel, right? All you need to do is to hit that subscribe button down below, turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video you will get notified. Okay, having said that, this is CN Honor on the screen and you are watching CN Great Councils and Forex Trade. Right on this channel we look out for opportunities in the forex market and in wealth and investment, and then we'll bring it to you. We advise you, we counsel you on what to do. Not that we are financial counselors, okay? Not that we are financial experts or advisors, okay? But then whatever video we make on this channel is for educational purposes, okay? You need to test out what works and then know if it works best for you, okay? That's just that. So let's just get into the video proper, right? And please do note that trading CFDs, trading Forex comes with high level of risk. Hence, you really need to know your risk appetite, okay? Hence the need for you to know your risk appetite and then trade and risk wisely. Trade and risk wisely. You should only invest the fund that you are willing to lose. It's a norm in Forex, in digital asset trading. You need to have that right in your score, right? Okay, so this video reveals a kind of hidden secrets of fractals, right? And to start with, there are about 2, 3, or 4 things I'll have to say about fractals. Number one is that fractals helps me to pick the swings of the market, okay? Now, the market basically makes high points and low points, okay, as it simulates, as price simulates, okay, over time. It makes high points and low points. So the high points are the swing highs, while the low points are the swing lows, okay? Like this pair now, each time the price makes a bullish move and it gets to a particular high point and it starts descending, that point that it gets to before it starts descending is what we call the high point, okay? And when it makes a bearish move and it gets to a certain distance and then it wants to start making a bullish move again, from that point where it starts to make a bullish move, that point becomes the low point. So price basically makes high points and low points. So those low points are the swing lows, while the high points are the swing highs of the market, right? So now, however, sometimes it's somehow difficult to identify these swing points, especially for a trader who has not trained and developed his or her eyes to spot the swings of the market. So the fractal helps in picking these swings so that you can be, guided as to whether the market is at a supply or demand zone, okay? That's just the point. So that you'll be able to know whether the market has made a high that is at a supply zone, right? Or whether it has made a low that is at a demand zone, okay? Now, fractals also picks internal swings of the market, okay? Not just external swings, it picks the internal swings of the market. And that was the kind of analysis that I did here in the video that I made last week or last 2 weeks, right there about, that I was able to pick these internal swings. Of course, that was based on experience And when the market was making this move from here, I think I met the market somewhere here, so I was able to look to my left and I knew that there is an internal swing that is being respected, and I had to pick it. If you look very well, you see that fractals were introduced here. Fractals, look at the fractals. Okay, maybe I should increase the style so that it will be more visible. It's a very simple. Let me increase the pixels to 4. Let me increase it to 4 so that it will be more visible. Yes, just as you can see. So now, why is this particularly important? Okay, why? Okay, it's I've just given some reasons, but it's also particularly important. That is picking of the swings. Okay, it's particularly important. Of course, you know the rules. You know the rules when we draw trend lines. I hope you know the rules when we draw trend lines. Okay, now we want to draw trend lines accurately. Okay, you are supposed to join at least two points of obvious touches. Okay, now these points of obvious touches are basically the swings of the market. Now the fractals having helped you to pick the swings makes it easier for you to see the most suitable and obvious points to join while drawing your trend line. For instance, this place that I was still talking about, okay, look at it. It picked here, and I was able to join the trend line, picking the swings as picked by the fractals. Okay, that can also be done elsewhere, any other place that is obvious. Now if you look at this place, okay, there are swing highs and swing lows here, swing highs and swing lows, swing highs and swing lows. But then you see, if I take a trend line down to this place, let me just do it. This is what I mean. Now the fractals has helped me to pick these swing highs. If you look at the points I'm joining, you will discover that fractals were introduced right on those swing highs. Okay, very perfect. The same thing with the down. If I want to take another one, I can take a trend line running through to that point. Okay, taking the low points of the market, that is swing lows. So the fractals helps you to know those, to make proper identification of those points, either low or high points, or swing lows or swing highs, that are going to give you perfect alignment when you are drawing your trend lines, right? So that's number one, and of course that's multiple in one, not just number one. Now secondly, I want to say that fractals, when introduced on candlesticks, right, signals a potential price rejection to that side it was introduced, which is why in most cases, now listen to this point, in most cases fractal is introduced on a rejection candle after there is an increase in pressure, momentum and volume to the listed direction in the next period. I'm going to show you what that means. Now let me zoom in completely. Now this is what we call rejection candles with long wicks projections, right? If you look at it, it was introduced on this. Now look at these ones, it was introduced on this, it was introduced on this. So that's why I say that in most cases fractals are introduced at significant levels like Fibonacci levels, support or resistance zones, and certain psychological levels and all that. And in most cases around that place you must see rejection candles, right? These are the things I say in my mentorship classes, but of course I love you guys as I'm bringing this, right, so that you get to know. I just want to answer certain questions. Now if you look at this place, this is an upward trend line, and this place, okay, is actually a verified resistance zone as well. And you see what happened, fractals was introduced on the rejection candles with wicks projections, right? And that signals potential reversal. But of course we don't trade immediately, we need to ensure that there is, that's why I said that it signals a rejection of price. And if we are to trade maybe taking signals from the fractals, we must ensure that there's an increase in pressure, in volume, in momentum towards the listed direction in the next period whenever it is introduced. When I say next period, I mean the next candle that is produced or introduced after fractals was introduced, right? So I hope that's taken, right? That's taken. Now, sometimes it could also signal price reversal due to the same reason I just gave, right? Okay. Now, thirdly, fractals can be a strong indication of a shift in directions and momentum towards bearishness from bullishness, or towards bullishness from bearishness, and this can be taken advantage of as a trader to either sell or buy in the direction of the momentum. And to do that, one has to also ensure that there is an increase in not just that momentum, but also in the overall pressure and volume of price, to indicate that of course there's actual shift in momentum, right? So the last thing I want to talk about fractals before I say goodbye today is that fractals are time frame specific, right? Here's what I mean. If, for instance, you want to trade fractals from let's say 5 minutes time frame, right? M5, then you must look or wait for it. That is, you must wait for the signal at the close of one candlesticks on that 5 minutes time frame, which of course is equivalent to 5 1-minute candlesticks. Okay, so for fractals to be introduced on 1 hour time frame, for instance, there must have been 61 minute candlestick. Okay, so at the introduction of the 60th one, that's when it's going to be introduced, right? And the same thing with the 5 minutes time frame. It is at the close of the 5th candle on 1 minute time frame that a candlestick on 5 minutes time frame is introduced. So if you must trade signals from fractals on 5 minutes time frame, a particular candlestick, for instance, it was at the close of this first bearish candlestick you're seeing here now that fractals was introduced on this bullish candlestick. So if you are taking advantage of it, your entry, maybe you want to scalp 5 candlesticks, should be at the introduction of the second bearish candlestick you're seeing here now. Okay, that's exactly what I mean by fractals being what is it called, time frame specific. So I want to have more comments in the comment section below. What do you think about fractals? Do you think all these reasons and all these my discoveries and observations are enough for me to always have fractals on my channel, on my chart? I want to let you know that it's very, very profitable if you know how it works, right? If you know how it works and you use it to pick swings of the market, it really, really works. That's exactly what we did here. Look at it. It helps us to pick the swings of the market perfectly well, both internal swings and external swings, and so that we don't get confused as to what swings, how many swings are perfectly connected when we are drawing our trend lines. Okay, so those are there are other reasons, but these are the most important things you need to know about fractals. So if you want to trade it profitably, you can also go to the video section on my channel to look for the video that I made on fractals. I said a few things about it. You can combine it with this and have a better knowledge of how to trade fractals, okay, in a profitable way. So many thanks for watching this video to this very end, guys, and I'm gonna be talking to you in my next video. I still have one more VIP strategy to upload to mark the end of the month March, okay, and it's gonna be very powerful. The VIP strategy is going to be called the King Maker, right? So just expect it within the week. It's gonna be hot, and I trust you guys are making huge profit from the VIP strategies I've released this month. I mean, this month has been hot and it will continue to be hot. So CN Great Councils is signing out for today, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.